Hi, I'm Yip Pin Xiu. I'm a Paralympic champion. I have been to 5 Paralympic Games and have 7 gold medals, and I have also a condition called Charcot-Marie-Tooth. Okay, a lot of people I think like to mix up my condition. They think I have muscular dystrophy. Charcot-Marie-Tooth is actually a neurological condition, so different from a muscular condition. It's a neurological condition where, back to biology class, the synapses are the ones that have to deliver the messages. So because they are unable to receive some messages, so the peripheral muscles eventually weaken and deteriorate. This condition is not that common. So there are many types of Charcot-Marie-Tooth. There are like type 1 to type 6, and then in between the 6 sets, there are also like alphabets. So I don't think I've seen anybody with a life-threatening condition, and I think so far the ones I've seen, they're really just more muscular. When I was 3, my auntie told my mom that I had a foot drop when I was walking up the stairs. So in a way that, like, you know, you can kind of control your ankles. For a foot drop, it just means that it's very like floppy and flappy. And so she was like, maybe we should get this checked out, because normally at 3 people are able to walk properly already. So we went to the doctors. The doctors thought it was clubfoot. I did a surgery, and then we just kind of lived with the diagnosis that I had a disability, but we didn't really know what it was. Might be muscular atrophy, muscular dystrophy. When I was 16, after Beijing, I did a blood test, and then we did the proper genetic testing and everything. Then we found out that it was a condition called hereditary sensory and motor neuropathy, which is Charcot-Marie-Tooth. Honestly, when I was diagnosed properly when I was 16, I felt like there was a sense of relief. For once, I finally knew what was happening. I finally could read up on things about what to expect. I could finally relate to something. I think in the past, when it was very vague, I didn't exactly believe that was what was happening to me, because what I was facing was different than what other people with like muscular dystrophy was facing. When I was younger and I had a condition, I probably did ask a few times, why me? But again, they were like very passing thoughts. I didn't spend too much time harping over the fact that I grew up really different from everybody else and I had a condition. I think that the society that I grew up in was not very welcoming of it. As a kid, being in school at that time, like 20 years ago, it was really hard, because I think a lot of children do not understand a disability. So when you see somebody different from you in class, then you don't treat them the same as well. And I think I wasn't only different in the sense that I wore, like, I was still able to walk. So I wore like leg braces, because I already started swimming at that time. So I was also really tan. I had really like curly hair. I think that was also what like made me really different from everybody else. But different is just not welcomed as much. Yeah. My mother last time teach me, because you know there were a lot of kids staring at me. People stare at you, you just stare back. I mean, I'm completely fine when people ask me questions. Sometimes there'll be like kids in the lifts, and then they'll go like, "Mommy, why is she on a wheelchair?" I'm okay with it, I'm really okay with it. But then the mother will be like, "Shh." But I think these are questions you don't avoid. Like if you judge them now, you eventually tell them. But it's important to know that people come in all shapes and forms and sizes, and not be afraid of it, I guess. Yeah. I started swimming because my older brothers swim, so I learned to swim as well. I love the water so much. Back then, I was maybe 5 years old. My condition wasn't that bad yet, so I could still like walk and run, but being in the water gave me such a huge sense of freedom that I did not feel anywhere else. I could do handstands, I could do somersaults, headstands, I could catch up with people my age in the water. I started swimming competitively when I was 12. There was a volunteer from the Singapore Disability Sports Council, and they were having learn to swim classes at the site of Jalan Besar Swimming Complex. So they had their regular classes there, and then when they saw me, they invited me to join the competition. I was actually really excited about it, because before that, I had heard of para swimming competitions before, and when they told my coach about it, I overheard it, and I was really excited. At the end of it, when she told me, I was like, yes, I want to join, you know. I joined my first junior competition. I won 6 gold medals. Then they invited me to join the national team. Since then, like no looking back. As a young athlete, you should be doing all disciplines. And I started off as a freestyle swimmer. It was only eventually later that I realized that I really like backstroke because I don't have to control my breath as much and I was faster in it, so why not do the switch? I had to prove myself to do the switch. It wasn't as simple as telling my coach, I want to swim backstroke, let's do it. I was hooked on competition and the feeling of wanting to get faster and better. There have been moments where I stopped feeling the adrenaline, but then when I start again, I was like, this is when you know you care. Sometimes I don't know what is CMT and what is age, So when I'm training, my body feels tired all the time, and I don't know if that's a normal thing for an athlete to feel. CMT has also affected one of my vocal cords. It affects my optic nerve as well, but I can still live quite normally with my speech and my eyesight. My goal in the near future would be to reach my expectations in the next year World Champs that we are hosting. Whenever I swim on home ground, it's a completely different feeling because your friends and your family, they're there to support you. It is a lot more exciting, and every time I have swum for home ground and prepared fully for it, I have broken a world record. And then after we clear next year's World Champs, then we will see whether LA is in the charts. I have my own swim school that has been around for about 2 years, Apex Swimming. And I want to help kids really learn swimming fast and well, and also at the same time hope that they experience this journey whereby you will also learn a lot of resilience, determination, a lot of things that I was not able to fully learn in school. I learned from swimming. Back then, if we were late, it's like 1,000 meters butterfly, and nobody wants to swim 1,000 meters butterfly, so we were all on time. I'm also really involved in this inclusion space, so Purple Parade, raising awareness for people with disabilities, everybody just coming together just for more representation, more empathy. Also really involved in the general sports scene where I just want to improve Singapore's sporting culture. When I was really young, we were going to see a lot of different kinds of doctors. We saw Western medicine, Chinese medicine, might even have gone to whoever says a miracle healer, or even religion. We do a lot of things to try to cure this condition. But at some point in time, I cannot remember how old I was. Maybe, I want to say 7, but 7 feels really young. I told my mom, Mommy, let's not waste any more time on this. The doctors say that this cannot be healed already. So why not I just live life to the fullest. Let me enjoy my weekends with my brothers. My mom hearing me say that also realized that never mind, just do what we can. I think parents, it's really tough being a parent, and sometimes when something happens to your kid, parents take a lot of responsibility for it because it is their responsibility. But I think her hearing that also helped to ease a little bit of burden in the sense that I know that despite my disability, or with my disability, I am still able to have a good life. Having something that I was not able to control of since a young age, I've really been able to be more of a it is what it is person. My psychologist last time told me that there's no point in looking at who's swimming on the lanes beside me and worrying about it before, because there's nothing I can do in my control to slow down their speed. The only thing I can do is make sure that I'm in my own lane and I'm doing everything I need to do, executing right, and making sure that I have the energy to swim the fastest that I can. And I think taking responsibility in life is very, very important. It is what it is. So it's easy to adapt, to come with change. Whatever hits you, and you just make the best out of it. I am Yip Pin Xiu, and I am more than a swimmer. I'm more than my disability. I think I'm pretty amazing.